Okay, we're starting it up, and this is Devin Tracy, Sick of Editing. It's a new series, and I like the format of it because it's off the cuff. There's no time to edit, there's no time to think. Literally, no time to think. We are on the event horizon of my brain. I do not know how I'm going to finish each sentence. And mix that with I feel dead air. So I am speaking as if you're standing here in front of me and I don't want there to be a lull in the conversation. So therefore, I just keep talking. Now, that's difficult. And this is why I get paid the big bucks. Watch, I'm not going to get a single super chat during this. So this is for the love of the game. And here's something I love smacking this dude with a dislike. Boom, 200 to 10,000 likes. Hasan Piker, Brown Fabio. He is blowing up. He has 1 million subs, over 1 million subs on Twitch. He has 556,000. This is a terrible canary he's a fat Turkish canary in the coal mine. And it speaks to millennial Generation Z just dog shit. And I have not seen this video, but it's called They Are Defending Murdering a 13-year-old. So, God, I mean, I could probably do a video just on that title. Well, let me try. We could guess where he's going with this. Okay, who's they? Okay, I guess conservatives, people. So anyone who disagrees with him is wrong because the little gangster known as the Little Homicide pulled out a gun on cops and he calls that murder, which it's not murder. And it's a 13-year-old. So apparently you cannot kill a 13-year-old without it being murder. Can we establish a baseline? So this whole thing, every time you hear 13-year-old, I'm going to mention his name is Little Homicide and Baby Diablo because he's not a normal 13-year-old. He's a gangster. And that's the relevant point. His age is irrelevant because if he was a normal 13-year-old, he'd be doing normal 13-year-old stuff, which is not shooting up people in the city and being a gangster and having a nickname, Little Homicide. So let's see what the great content creator, Hasan Piker, has come up with.
If you don't want to see this, this is not like there's no blood, there's no gore, there's no violence in this. I'm only going to show you one time the actual freeze frame. But the reason why this is unfortunately
so
tragic,
sensitive.
but some.
Look at the fucking outfit. He's got like a neck chain on and just some dorky hat and just like toys in the background. There's the Bernie. Oh, poor Bernie being relegated to the back and just some trash shirt, his hair just sprouting out, well on his way to becoming the fat man that he's always going to be. All right.
Something that you need to see is because this is the matter at debate in the United States.
God, I could see like the stupid autistic commentary is floating by. Some guy said he showed his hands. So I wondered what still shot is he going to show? The showing the hands one?
Of America, when a police officer, a fully adult human being who is trained to protect and serve, ends up shooting and killing a 13-year-old boy
with a gun, yeah, who just pulled a gun on cops and was evading police and not complying with police orders, right? So a guy with a gun, but he was 13, right? Who cares?
We have a conversation on whether or not the 13-year-old kid deserved it.
Yeah. So again, it's incredible. You have to start. Here's the starting point. Is there a scenario that we could create in which you think a 13-year-old deserves to be shot? I mean, he's suggesting that there is not a situation where that is even possible or plausible. So here's one that comes to mind. The one we just saw where the guy obviously deserved to be shot.
That's just how
I don't think he's going to have a single original thought, by the way, this whole time. So what you're seeing is like he's just an amalgamation of the worst ideas of his generation put out in a non-eloquent fashion. So
it is here. If you're watching from Europe and you don't understand, I completely get where you're coming from. But the reason why we need to look at this footage, unfortunately, is because people are literally defending the cops.
I like how he talks about Europe as if he's ever been here. And no, Turkey is not Europe. They want to be, but they're not. So yeah, Hasan, give us the breakdown. Like, what's the reality in the streets of Chicago?
Here in this situation, he was in 7th grade and he got shot and
so
killed.
Young. Yeah, he's a gangster. So, do you want to talk about his parents? Do you want to talk about Chicago and the culture in Chicago? Do you want to talk about the average age of arrest in Chicago? Do they think that people wait till they're 18 before they start gangbanging? Like, his age is really not interesting.
Now that I've given you the trigger warning, I'm going to show you the video.
These are unironic trigger warnings. I mean, how sad is that? That this entire group of people, they need to be protected and shielded? I mean, trigger warnings are as cringe now as they ever were.
Cop gets out of his car, 20 seconds out of his car.
If you want to have a trigger warning, how about Lil Homicide give the cop a trigger warning that he's about to pull for a gun which has a trigger on it?
Basically, he's chasing the suspect. He's chasing 13-year-old.
I got to stop and look at this chat because it's just so enriching. This was really fucked up to watch. Fuck this pig.
Adam Toledo. The other.
Why? Okay. Incredible. All cops are bastards. BOM.
21-year-old old.
My heart hurts for him. They're siding with the little thug gangster. I mean, who was he shooting at, by the way? Like a second ago, he fired off 8 shots. I think they found gun residue on this dude. So, Lil Homicide was on his way to committing homicide. You don't get the name Lil Homicide unless either you have killed people or you intend to kill people. Oh my God.
Older accomplice is caught already.
Show me your hand, stop it!
Says, show me your hand, stop it. And the suspicion here is that, well, one,
He said drop it.
he's in radio chatter shows that they're aware that he's holding his waistband while
Fuck the Chicago Police Department, dude. All cops are bastards.
he's running. That's
A fucking kid, man. What do you... A kid? Imagine if a kid breaks into your house and points a gun at you. Or has a gun. Or shoots guns in your proximity. Like, are you going to sit there and be like, 7th grade, he's 13, he's 12, I don't care if he's 3. Kill that toddler with a gun. All right, maybe 3. 3 is... There is a cutoff, by the way, but Jesus, not 13.
It's a signal that he might have a gun on him. That's a signal that, like, he might have a gun on him and he's, like, holding on to it while he's running. They suspect that he has a gun because they're responding to gunshots.
Oh, that's very logical, Hasan. Wow, you sound like a representative of the police or something. I mean, this is very rational. Continue with this rational line of thinking. The cops knew he had a gun because they were called for a gun shooting. Okay.
They're responding to shots fired.
Mhm.
I know he had a gun on him. I know. Just listen. I'm telling you what the cop's side is, and I'm telling you what is
fucking monster.
going on. I'm giving you the information. Okay? He does have a gun on him. He did shoot a gun.
That's, by the way, more than his friend Anna Kasparian says, where she says, allegedly he had a gun. He had something. He dropped something. A gun was found at the scene, and it's on video. But I don't want to say he had a gun because, you know, that kind of changes how you're going to think about it.
Gun. Allegedly, as far as we know.
Hold on. Some guy just said, this could have been me.
I'm giving you the information. Okay? Okay?
Hold on. The chat goes so fast. It's like...
And I'm telling you what is going on.
Really sad that this is the second time this week that we have to start with these kind of news. Well, that's the news choosing that for you. So there's a lot of stuff that happens. The world's kind of big. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I'm giving you the information.
Really sad that this... Oh, no. Okay. It's sad, but that kid had a gun and throws it before he shows his hands. You can see it in slow-mo. Uh-oh. We got an interloper. Get him out.
Okay? He does have a gun on him. He did shoot a gun, allegedly, as far as we know. I believe a total of 8 shots were fired. They immediately respond.
There's the allegedly.
And they catch the 21-year-old. 13-year-old runs, drops the gun.
Freeze frame, guys. This is how it played out. You know, we want it from the cop's perspective. So the cop was here. He had all the time in the world. He was frozen. It was like freeze, and the guy froze. And then he saw his hands, looked at his hands, slowly pulled out a gun, and then just shot him.
Behind this barrier right here, the cops say, put your hands up. Like, stop, put your hands up. He drops the gun behind the fence and puts his hands up. And they don't, and then they freeze frame before they show, like, the shots, but he put his hands up, cops fire. 8 shots were not fired, wrong shooting. My guy? Wait, what? No.
God, my guy, that language just makes my penis crawl into my guts every time I hear a guy say my guy.
Oh, the 8 shots is from ShotSpotter. Yeah. I'm telling you what the cops
What do you mean? Why do you think ShotSpotter picked up on this? Yes, it's the same
think is
thing.
going on. The cop shot him 1 time, not 8 times. Okay. I'm gonna restart from the top. It's a little confusing. Cops are responding to a shots fired call on ShotSpotter, which is an
Yes.
application, which is like a system that allows you
So all of this is backstory, and this is not controversial. We saw him. He's on video shooting. And so, yes, ShotSpotter picked it up, and many witnesses, and 911.
allows cops to quickly respond even before 911 calls are made to gun shots in Chicago. Some say that it is a gross example of our surveillance state. They
What?
roll up on the scene.
Wait, it did its job. What do you mean, gross example? This is a good thing. How is it bad that ShotSpotter exists?
The 13-year-old is complying after
What? He's complying. So wait, after not complying for 99.9% of the time, he started complying for a millisecond. So from the start of when the police approach these guys, how much time elapses? 2 minutes? And for a minute and 59 seconds, point something, he's not complying? And your description of that event is the guy's complying? I mean, how quickly and how easy is it to just point out, like, dude, there's huge holes in what you're saying. It doesn't even make sense.
running. You realize he's caught. He's compliant.
He's compliant. No, he wasn't.
If you'd like to watch the rest of this video, it's over at censored.tv. Go over there and sign up, but be sure to use the coupon code AIU to get...
Hold up, wait. If you don't put in AIU as the coupon code, I get nothing. All right, you get a discount, so you save money. I don't even know how much. They change it. I have no control over this. If you don't put in AIU, I get 0. If you do, I get half. Gavin is a millionaire, multimillionaire. I'm a multi-thousandaire. Do the math. Do what's right. I love you.